Paige Vonling. I go to Chanhassen High School.
I'm Laura Etnayer. I'm from Chanhassen High School.
I first heard about the Pay It Forward tour at a business camp at St. John's University. For me, the reason I wanted to bring it to Chan so badly is that there are many kids in this community that don't often have the opportunity to get outside of their comfort zone. I just wanted to be able to kind of, not only for myself, but for the other kids in my school, be able to let them experience that. I sought out a teacher close to me, Laura Etnayer, and she was on board right away.
Then Paige came to me and said, would you please support this? And I said, oh, I already do. We're in, we're going. It really works best if you have a teacher-student shared leadership.
I recruited my core group, which was 4 of my close friends who were on board with it with me, and then we went through the school board and the principal and stuff and got it all approved.
I think the first thing to do is make sure your administration is on board and supporting you and they have information up front. Paige and I went together to meet with Mr. Doraway, who is our administrator, and when we were able to show him the information from STLF and say, this is who plans it, this is what my role is, this is what Paige's role is, we need your support and tell us what our steps are to make this happen in our district. And I didn't have to get the information, I just had to be the bridge. So STLF provided the information for me. They have a fantastic setup of a plan for all kinds of different hiccups that might happen on the trip, and that's what the school board is going to ask about.
I talked about it in the clubs I was in, an international club and in student council, and then I also created a Twitter page and a Facebook page, and then your traditional posters and morning announcements and stuff like that. It was a lot of personal contact, I had to call a lot of people, text a lot of people, kind of persuading them to come.
There's so many demands on teachers, it's impossible to take this on extra, but if the students are doing the bulk of the work of communication, then it seems to be a lot more successful. And I felt like I had tremendous support from STLF all the way through both tours. I felt like STLF was at any time a text message away, which is so fast.
The first year it was hard to get 40 people the first year, but once we kind of had that group that was so excited to come back this previous year, it was really not difficult at all to get 2 buses. The trip does a really great job of promoting understanding.
We're getting all kinds of kids from different social groups across the school spectrum, and boy, once we got on the bus, 3 hours, those boundaries dissolved.
The trip, for me, in my opinion, broke down a lot of the social barriers and stereotypes that existed prior to the trip, and it just promotes love and giving.
And for 5 days and 4 nights, you're watching kids process information that is meaningful and deep to them. This trip has impacted my teaching more than any other professional development activity offered to me ever. But I also heard, especially when we got back, I heard tons of people saying, why didn't I know about this? And how can I get involved with this? And why can't I go? And can I go next year? And who is eligible for it? And STLF believes everyone is a leader with leadership capabilities. And if you start there, then everyone can participate.